If you ever wanted to hang out with BobbieD and LisaD, well, guess what? Now's your chance. Stay tuned. Hello, my friends. This is Bobby coming to you from the Long Bond City, Philippines. Having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. Where we from? It's a hangout. It's a hangout. Yeah, we're gonna hang out, bang out, clang out, whatever we got to do. But I'm gonna introduce myself to you, and you're gonna do the same. We're gonna get acquainted. We're just gonna chit chat, chit chat, chit chat, and catch you. I'm gonna get you caught up with some current events that's happening here in the Philippines today, so that you know what's going on. Many of you are on your way. Many of you are contemplating coming here. And so we're going to get you caught up on some very pertinent current events so that when you get here, you'll know what's happening. Okay. And it's better to know what's happening than to not know. You know, it's always better to have knowledge because knowledge is what? Power. Ooh, ungao. We got that knowledge power. Yeah, knowledge, man. Knowledge can conquer devils, conquer demons. You know, when you got the knowledge, you can do more, you can see more, you can go more, you can grow more. Knowledge, man. Yeah. Knowledge brings you power, brings you everything you need. Power, knowledge, everything. All right, excuse me 1 second. I forgot to check my audio. I want to make sure that's right. Give me just a sec, please. Please, please. Thank you. Okay. Audio is good and we are good. All right. So today I'm not going to waste, I don't waste time anymore. I get straight to it. So I got 4 things I'm going to show you. No hocus pocus, just thumbnail for the day. And you see the thumbnail in the back of me too. You see, I'm on the ball, man. I'm gonna be playing. Let's go. Okay, thumbnail for the day, real quick. It's just nothing but a hangout, man. That's all it is. You know, just a hangout. I got some things I want to share with you regarding current events here in the Philippines. I'm gonna talk about some things, and then when I'm done, this is Veterans Day, so I'm gonna get Markell involved and get him the link to log in, so we can get some information about what's going on with veterans information, current events. Okay, so here we go. No hocus pocus, just focus, focus, focus for our hangout today. We got to focus for a hangout, man. Yeah, yeah, we do. I like to keep you in the know. All right, we're gonna talk about the name, keep strength, government eyes privatization of 9 regional airports, U.S. firepower, 2,000 kilograms of sugar, and we're gonna talk about hold on a second. U.S. firepower. I already said that one. Sorry, I gave the wrong one on that. That should be number 5. Just disregard number 5. That should be on the 4. Okay. I made that one by mistake. My bad. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting day today. I got some things I want to share with you. And before I do the share, I just want to chit chat. You know? We don't do a chit chat a lot because I get to it nowadays. But I want to talk to you about what's happening with me, what's going on with us, and so you can understand where we're coming from. Today is Friday, October 14th. It's a beautiful day today. It's about 80 degrees out here in the Philippines, and it's rocking and rolling, and we are having an awesome time. These in the Philippines today. She's out in Medellin today, rather, and she's visiting her mother, and hopefully she'll be back the next day or so. I don't know, sure. I told her to take as long as she want to. So she's a mama's girl. You know what I'm saying? She got to be next to mama. That's the thing. That's the thing. Mama was out here week before last, but she's needing more time. So I said, okay. But the channel's going better now. We had a time in the channel life where we were just stagnant for a long time. And that was pretty much after Trump got, I talked about Trump so bad, people didn't like it, So anyway, we're back on the right track right now. We're growing and we're growing and we're growing. So today we're going to talk about some things, ladies and gentlemen. I got four topics for you that you will know when you come to the Philippines. Some of you on your way already, some of you haven't left yet, but here we go. Okay. Number 1, I want to talk to you about Neneng keeps going. Neneng is another typhoon coming. Yeah, I know. You're like, Bobby, did you just have one? Yeah, Carding. They had Mai, and there was another one. That one came in and went out like that. I even forgot the name of it. But now they're on the ends. Every time it's a new typhoon, it goes to another letter. It's just like the hurricane system in the USA. When it gets to a new depression or hurricane, it comes to a new letter. So now they're on the ends. And so we might get to the letter Z before the year. I don't know, man. This is the Philippines, right? Anything happens here. So we might get to the letter Z. We'll see. Okay. Well, this is, in climate change. Man. Climate change changes the whole ball game. you have it's a whole new equation when you talk about climate change. If you don't believe me, keep on living. Wherever you are in this world, climate change is going to touch you at some point in time. It may have already touched you. People in New York, people around the USA, most of the time, they never got the type of flooding. They never got the landslides. They never got the big storms. Now they're getting it all. So now they're beginning to see people on the other side of the world are beginning to see what the Philippines and people in Southeast has been facing years and years and years, And now here, people in the Southeast are now facing climate change as well, because now the storms, the typhoons, the tsunamis are coming more rapidly, and they're more even powerful. So, but the thing about the Philippines and Southeast Asia is that the people here are able to do what? Cope with it better, because they deal with it every year. They live with the Philippines, and among other nations, Thailand and some other nations, Vietnam, et cetera, Indonesia, live on what's called a place called the Ring of Fire. It's a geological fault line where a lot of events happen to cause tornadoes, earthquakes, stuff like that. And it's a fault line that this is just the environment where they live. So people here are acquainted with typhoons. Typhoons is the same thing as a hurricane. They just call it typhoons out here. But it happens rapidly and it happens a lot. So they know what to do. Okay. Now, unfortunately, even though they're acquainted with it, sometimes people have to get evacuated. Sometimes people lose their lives. Two people lost their lives in the previous storm just left here called Maimai. I did a story on it, Life in the Philippines News. If you want to look it up, go check it out. Okay. So the first thing we'll talk about today is what we say. What number one is what? Nang Nang. I'm going to talk about the string. Nang Nang is a tropical storm that's actually approaching the Philippines right now. It's tropical depression. Nang Nang was maintained its strength and it's now moved southward to the Weather Bureau. It's coming here. It came here last. It's coming here this morning. It's on its way, and they're expecting that it will hit northern Luzon with winds of right now. It has small winds of about 55 kilometers per hour, but it's going to pick up. It's going to get a lot of rain in Luzon. If you come in the middle of, get ready. It's going to be a lot of rain. It's going to be flash flooding, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right now, there's a storm signal 1 in the northern Luzon area. Storm signal 1 is the small storm. It's not the most urgent storm, but that means that coastal waters, you get ready for the wind gusts, the rain and flash floods may be happening in your area. So that's the warning, says it's coming. Look out, look out, look out. Now, it may intensify in strength. It may get bigger and worse, but right now it's on its way. Okay. All right. Number 2. What's number 2? Number 2, the government privatizes. The government is eyeing the privatization of 9 regional airports. 9, man. Okay. So what you mean privatization? Privatization, man. They want to get it out of public hands and put it into the private hands. They believe that privatization of the airports may be a better deal because the public, the government's been running for a long time. And right now, the airport in Manila called Nai, which is the main airport, Nino Aquino International Airport, it is not rated as one of the best. It's actually one of the worst rated in the airports, international airports out there. So they're trying to improve that image. And the reason why they're trying to improve that image is because they want to get what? More, they need tourists back here. And nobody wants to come to a nasty airport, right? Yeah. You ever been to Nino Aquino Airport in Manila? I've been there. It's nasty. I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to be sarcastic or mean-spirited. I'm just being honest. If you've been there, you notice the restaurant's bad, and it's big, it's huge. But when people come from their home country to another country, you want the niceness, But where you left a nice home, nice clean airport where you came from, right? You come to another country and it's nasty. Well, how would you feel? Like, man, what am I stepping into? You might want to turn around and get back on the plane. Excuse me, wait, on the plane. So they're eyeing or looking at privatizing the 9 regional airports, so that that might bring more, rejuvenation to the airports. Let me see what it says. Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista said that at least 9 regional airports are up for privatization due to the lack of funds on the part of the government to support their operational expenses. So the government doesn't have the funds to support this operational expenses for the airports. And why does the government doesn't have the funds? Because pandemic. They had to lock down. The revenue's not there. Tourism has dropped down dramatically. I think there was like 80% drop in tourists since 2020. Yeah. So that's due to the pandemic. So they're looking at giving it in private hands. And the private, usually when you privatize things, they usually get better. The appearance is better, the operations is better, and the revenue. But what comes out of that is that the revenue does what? It goes up. And when the revenue goes up, that means you're going to have to pay more money for tickets, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's what happens when privatization comes out because, rightfully so, people, businesses have to do what? Make a profit, man. It's all about the change of the chain. So that's what they're doing in the Manila area. They're thinking about it. It has nothing final on it. So don't say, well, they're going to privatize. No, it's not final. They're considering it right now. That is one major consideration for them. All right. Next one we talk about is U.S. firepower. Recently, ladies and gentlemen, the United States government had I guess you would call it a drill with the Philippines government. Okay, and it was one of the best combat drills ever, and it's all in the treaty that the United States has with the Philippines, that they will guard and protect the Philippines if some country comes against them, and the Philippines is supposedly to do the likewise. If someone comes against the United States, the Philippines is supposed to support us as well. So, in that effort, in that vein, they have military drills, combined military drills, and this was one of the largest ones ever. So Trump-mounted launchers blasted off rockets as U.S. stealth fighters jets streaked across the northern Philippine sky Thursday in a combat drill that marked the latest display of American firepower in the region where Washington has tried to deter what it warns as China's growing aggression. Okay, so the United States realizes that China is trying to, I guess, woo or take over, or not take over, but is trying to persuade the Philippines to come on its side totally and leave the U.S. alone. So the U.S. is doing everything it can to maintain its presence in the Philippines and in Southeast Asia. And we know that Southeast Asia is an integral part of the United States' ability to protect the Philippines and itself. Because who's in Southeast Asia? China. And who is one of our greatest enemies in this world? China. Okay, so China's doing everything they can to get next to the Philippines and try to overtake their islands. Right now, there's a big dispute between China and the Philippines about the West Philippine Sea. Okay, and so that has a lot to do with it. But the Philippines is still like they don't try to go against China. But what they try to do is say, well, we just want to negotiate. We just want to negotiate. We don't want to fight. We just want to negotiate. And China, as you know, China's a bully, man. What do? Somebody come kicking your door down, what you gonna do? Say, come on in, mister. You can have everything. Now, what you do? You stand up, you man up, say, wait, what's wrong with you? And you fight back. But the Philippines is saying, well, we too small to fight. I don't care how small you are. Somebody come in your door and you're gonna say, I'm too small to fight you. You're gonna get everything you got in your hand, you're gonna pick up something, whatever. Say, look, it's wild. You go fight. But they chose not to. So that's what's happening. China is slowly and surely encroaching upon the territory of the Philippines. And how that will play out in the future, nobody knows, okay? And nobody knows. When you sit on a wall and somebody trying to take your territory, that's not really good. That's not a good strategy at all. You fight back and you let people know, no, you're not going to take this without a fight. That's what Ukraine is doing right now. They say, look, now, Russia, you try to take my territory, now we're going to fight. And that's how you earn respect. Now, you don't have to fight physically, okay? You can take them to court. There's other means to do that. But sometimes when ain't no other means, you got to put up the dukes, got to put up the arms, So we'll see how that plays out. Next thing we'll talk about is what else? 2,000 kilograms of sugar boosts Philippines side. You remember several months ago, due to the Ukraine war, I told you guys that there would be a lot of things lacking as far as food supplies, so that countries need to be ready. There are going to be a lot of deficits as far as food supplies. One of the deficits here in the Philippines, among others, is sugar. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how, but sugar is high demand here and she costs very, very high to buy it. Inflation here last time I checked was 6.9%. It was 6.4% prior month. Now it's 6.9. The latest figures for the USA inflation, I believe, is 8.4, if I'm not mistaken. But those figures for the USA came out recently. So that means that what, everything is going up, everything's going up. And when you have a commodity, an item that's hard to find, guess what? That price is going to shoot up as well. So recently, ladies and gentlemen, the Philippines had to import some sugar. Okay, 200,000 kilograms of sugar, metric tons. That's what the MT stands for. United Sugar Producers Federation President Manuel Amata said that at least 200,000 metric tons of sugar have been produced in opening milling seasons. Okay, so they imported some sugar, they produced some sugar, and because that is not, the sugar is in big high demand here. Not only is sugar, onions, what else? Onions, potatoes. There's a whole lot of things that's hard to find here, and the prices on those objects, or those commodities rather, are going sky high, record high prices. So it is important that you understand the situation when you come to the Philippines. If you're on your way here, it's not. And for those of you that already been here, and well, the Philippines cheap, you better bring some more money. I just told you, inflation is high. Okay, everything's going up. If you came before the pandemic, and you had you used your budget to spend on was $500, forget about it, Buster. Yeah, you black man, you brown man, you Caucasian, forget about it. You need more than that. Inflation here right now is 6.9, and it's expected to go higher the next month. Okay, so everything's going up, and trying to keep up with the Jones, trying to keep up with the things that are going up as well. Gasoline is going up here as well. And because this country does not produce their own gasoline, they're at the mercy of other countries. They have to buy it, and so they have to buy it whatever the sales price is, and they pass that sales price they pass those that revenue that charges on to the consumers, which is you and me. So you coming out here, be safe, understand the situation where we are right now, and then act accordingly. Now we're going to get Markell in. I'm going to get him in a little bit when I send him the link. But I want to just shout out and talk to you guys now about your when you do come to the Philippines. Okay, the Philippines is a very friendly country. It's a peaceful nation. The people are peaceful. People are friendly, welcoming, warm, and attentive and alert. They love foreign people for the most part. Okay, there's exceptions to every rule, but for the most part, they love foreign people. When you come here, ladies and gentlemen, you will feel very, very welcome, very, very receptive. You'll feel very, very warm. Okay, that's just how these people do. That is the nature of the Filipino. They just don't. They're not just mean people. Okay, but they're loving people, caring people. So because of that, a lot of people take their loving kindness and as a sign of weakness. Okay, but when you do that, you're mistaken. You're making a big mistake. Because they're so friendly, and then people say, well, yeah, I can take advantage of you. No, you can't. These people are nice, but when you cause them harm, when you hurt their feelings, when you cause them to lose face, when FACE is called losing face, and that term is not just limited to the Philippines. It is an Eastern term, Eastern side of the world term, where Eastern countries, Asian countries believe in face. You can find it in Japan, Thailand, whatever. All of these Eastern countries have that terminology of losing face. And when you're losing face, means when you embarrass them, you shame them, they will want to get back at you. And when they want to get back at you, they want to get a crack at you. Right? Yeah. Yeah. When you do this, when they feel that you have shamed them, when they've lost face by something you've done to them, said to them, they want to get you back. Okay. And they'll do whatever it takes to get you back. Okay, so be careful, ladies and gentlemen, when you come out here, how you speak to the people, how you treat to the people, how you treat the people, and how you associate yourself. When you come out here, there's certain expectations that the people here have for you as a foreign individual. Number one, they expect that you have money. Okay, most of them in their mind to believe that you're a walking ATM machine. Okay, so when you come out here and you ain't got no money, they like you nothing to them. You go, what's wrong with them? He begging me. And there's a lot of people out here that are foreigners that are begging on the corner. Okay. And so I don't want to see you come out here like that. Come out here with the proper money that you need to do what you got to do. If you're going to visit your girlfriend, make sure you bring something for them and her and her family as well. Most people bring chocolates or appropriate gifts and items, but when you come out here, take care of your girlfriend and then have something to be nice. Take care of your family, her family as well. You can take them out to dinner, bring them some chocolate, whatever, but do something for them. That shows that you're decent. That shows that you're respectable of the family as well. And that shows that you care about that Filipino. If you care about your Filipino, you will bring them something. That's what they expect. And most of the time, they're looking for chocolates and other gifts, whatever else you can give them. But bring them something that shows that you're decent. Now, if you're coming out here not bringing them nothing, talking trash, you better look out because people will not put up with that. You're a foreign person, and you're coming into a new territory, and you're trying to act like you're in the USA, Great Britain, wherever you came from. It does not work. It may work for a little while because people here like money, so they'll put up with it as long as you're shelling out the money. When you should stop shelling the money, you still trying to talk trash, they're gonna crack back at you. Okay, so be careful about that. They expect you to have money. They expect you to treat them with kindness and decency. That's all they want. Okay, they're not, and that's nothing to that's only to be expected. It's nothing unusual, nothing unordinary. You should treat people with respect and decency in the country where you're coming from, as also is the country where you're going to. Now, number two, they expect you to contribute. Yeah, to contribute to their world. You're in here, right? And you want to be cheap. You don't want to help people. Yeah, they need help. If your Filipino family need help, help them. I'm not saying, be making it rain for everybody every time you go out now. But if you see a need, supply the need. That makes you look more generous in their eyesight. That makes you more suitable or appropriate for the person that your girlfriend you're with. And everybody likes you when you see that you're considerate, compassionate, and kind. That's it, man. Be careful when you come to the Philippines, and don't think that because you're there that you're better than people. That's one of the worst attitudes you can have. You're treating people terrible because you think that I'm better and they can't do nothing to me, and I'm better than them. And don't think these people are ignorant out here. They're not ignorant. They're just as smart as you and me or anybody else. Just because their countries they're in a developing country doesn't mean they're ignorant. They may not have as much items and procedures and so forth as other major nations, but they do have what they have, and what they have should be respected. Also, you should respect the culture when you come out here. Okay, don't come out here when you see somebody, like maybe for an example, crude example, somebody urinating on the streets. It happens sometimes. And don't be, well, look at that. Don't react to food, man. Please don't do that because you're showing your ignorance. That's common out here. That's what they do out here. That's acceptable out here. It may not be acceptable where you came from, but it's acceptable out here. And you should know that before you come. Do your homework, okay? Read about the country. Go online, get some of the YouTube channels. I got a ton of videos about the Philippines. Look at the videos, understand what you're getting into. And if you can, try to learn some of the language. You're going to Manila, try to learn Filipino or Tagalog. If you're going to Visayas, or try to learn Cebuano. Yeah, those are the major languages or dialects. Cebuano's not actually a dialect. I mean, not actually a language, it's a dialect. But try to learn some of the phrases. You don't have to learn an old language. You have to be fluent. But let's learn some of the phrases that will help you in your endeavors when you come to the Philippines, when you want to communicate with the people. Okay. So those are some of the things I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm going to open it up real quick for a rundown, see who's out here, and see if we can get some things going. And then I'm going to send Markell a link, and we's going to come in after I get through. Okay, let's go. Let's see. I'm not going to do the song that we're going to run right into it, find out who's running here today. Markell's already here. Markell, what's up? Hey, Markell, I'm going to send you the link, so you already here. Okay, what's up, man? You doing? Let's run. I'm going to run it down, then I'm going to send you the link. Okay, Markell? Good to see you, my brother. Markell's first man up. He wasn't playing today. He's on the game. He's on his game. Markell, I'm going to send you the link as soon as I get through this rundown, okay? Let it go. He said, what's up? What's up again? It must have been a double. Oh, he was coming to us from Facebook, right? And then he hit us on his YouTube channel, Markell TV. Y'all check out his show, man. Markell TV podcast talks about veterans issues. And when I get to this quick rundown, we're gonna bring them right on We're not going to close the show out and come back again. We're just going to bring them right on as soon as I get through with this rundown. Who else got Ryan Train, Bobby DC, One Nation of the Group of Love? Anthony Lee. What's up, man? Anthony Lixie, man. You hit that two spot. He said, I'm too legit to quit being number two. I got you, Anthony. He did that yesterday. He hit the two spot yesterday. Did it again, man. Anthony, come on, man. You better than that, man. Let's move it up. Let's go. Ryan check. Number two. I forgot to check. 1, 2. Let's go. Who we got? Big John and how? Big John and how? Woo. He said, be careful with privatized airports. Poor airport security protocol for private contractors help the 911 terrorists board planes. Okay. That's a very good point. I didn't realize that. So privatization can lead to poor security and other things that could go down simply because you're trying to get it away from the public hands into private hands. Private hands has a tendency to maybe make the appearance of the place look better and put more different rules and procedures in there, but eventually the prices go up because they make changes that the public won't the government won't subsidize. The subsidy for the running of the airport is taken away when it's privatized. So, but he's saying that this privatization caused 911 to terrorists to take advantage of the airports. So that's something that definitely want to look at. Right now, it's nothing firm and final about that. They're just looking into it to see what's got. We'll see the benefits and the disadvantage of doing it. So, but I'm sure they're going to take that into effect. Let's go right, James. Who we got? Murphy. Hey, what's up, Murph? How you doing, my brother? Murphy Hayes Murphy Hayes is on his way, and he's getting everything ready, getting all his ducks in a row. He's planning his trip, and he's still excited, so excited. And I got some more. I got some information I'm gonna send you, Murphy. I found some more stuff that you asked me about. I got 2 more. I'm just give you these links. Let you check it out. Okay, so you can make a decision on what I talked about. Okay, let's go. Ryan Chain, who we got? Murray said, "Hello, congratulations, Markell ain't playing today, man. He's number 1 on the train. He's gonna be number 1 on the next segment of this show as well. Let's go, Ryan Chain. Who we got? Anthony Liggins. What's up, Anthony? You good, man? So good to see you. So good. He said, hello, Bobby, to Queen. What's up, my bro, Murphy? You up? You good? You good? Big up to Murphy. Hey, big up to Anthony Liggins. Ryan Train, who we got? Murphy he said, hello, too legit to quit, Sir Anthony. He better quit that number 2. You need to move on up to number 1. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? And he's a number 2 is the second number 1, bro. What he's saying is he would rather settle for second best. Okay. I don't want to be second. I want to be number 1. But I guess if you can't be number 1, number 2 will have to do. That's why he said he's too legit to quit. Let's go, Ryan Train. Who we got? Murphy said, fly, fight, win, baby. Yeah, fly. You fly. You got to fly. You got to fly, and you got to fight, and you got to win. You're going to fly high. You got to fight strong and long, just like Ukrainians right now. They're fighting their butts off, and they're winning. Everybody thought Ukraine was going to lose. Russia going to take them over. Ukraine ain't playing. Yeah. Right now, Russia is doing some very serious damage to the infrastructure. They're taking out the electrical grid and some other things, some of these cities, but they'll get that. They'll get over that. But the thing about it is Russia is winning in the airwaves as far as the shelling and the artillery in the airwaves, the bombing. But who's winning on the ground? Boots on the ground is Ukraine. They're taking back every territory, most of the territories that Russia took from them, and they're coming back strong to get it back into their hands. And ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's their property. Russia recently annexed a lot of many different regions, and that's only temporary. Nobody recognizes what they did. That was a sham election. They said it would be people elected. They voted for us. Come in, top the lie, Mr. Putin. You lied. You made up that stuff. All of that was just fake stuff so he could get them on the books and say, well, you're in our territory now. And now Russia, since they annexed the territory, they're trying to get the people, they're trying to get the troops, the men and the people to go to becoming in a part of their army because you're our citizen now. Who's going to fight it? You're Ukrainian, right? And they put you in the Russian army. You're supposed to shoot your brother, your people. Come on, man. That don't sound right. But that's what's happening, man. That is what's happening in the world today. Let me get Markell. Hold on, man. I'm gonna get this link out to you real quick. and then I'm gonna get you in on here. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. But yeah, this is crazy, man. And then the part about it that Putin keeps threatening nuclear tactical weapons. Okay, you know what that means? They want to nuke them. And who does that? There's only been one country that's ever used the nuclear weapon in the world, and that's who? Who y'all know? I bet y'all don't even know. Which country out of all the countries of the world has ever used a nuclear weapon? Who can tell me that? Who can answer that question? You people should know that. That's easy now. You don't know your world history. I know y'all went. Y'all smarter than the fifth grade. I know, I know everybody went to the fifth grade, man. I know y'all did. So I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Just because you don't know. The United States. We used the weapon. We used that weapon on Japan, and that's when we ended World War II. Okay, that's how they did it. Okay? So Putin is using that precedent to say, well, the United States did it, and if they did it, why we can't do it? You know what I'm saying? And that's terrible, man. You know, they did it, but we regret we did it because we know how devastating that could be. Yeah. And so now many countries are also fighting, trying to get that nuclear weapon status, such as North Korea. Lil Kim, he's done all of these testing and stuff. He's like 20 something tests within the last month. That's crazy, man. But it's like Biden said, when you're dealing with nuclear weapons, you're talking about an Armageddon. Let's go, Ryan Train. Anthony, he said, aim high, go Air Force. Yes, sir. Okay, you in the Air Force? Okay. Air Force, some people say Air Force isn't really military. Like a fake military. I don't know. I might be out of my league when I'm saying that, man, but I don't know how it is. Let's go. I got Markell on the stream real quick. Let me get him in there. And we're gonna talk about what he's gonna talk about. Let me finish this up real quick, Markell. I'll get you in a minute. Murphy, I'm going back. I'm going to get back with you about that. Okay, all right, man. I got you, man. And then we got Anthony. He said the country that would develop was nukes is the only one to use them. Okay, yeah, that's the USA. All right, let's get Markell in there. Run train, BobbieD and LisaD, One Nation of the Group. Today we're going to add Markell Wingfield onto the show. Markell has his own shows called Markell's TV, the podcast. And Markell's going to talk. This is Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all you veterans out there in the United States of America. And we got Markell here to give us some pertinent. And we might talk about some other subjects as well. But the Markell mentioned some things to me on Facebook. We might just touch that as well. How you doing, Markell?
What's going on, BobbieD? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man. No, fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
Everything's good, man. You know how it is. What's on your mind today?
Okay. Couple things. First, it is official. The COLA for 2023 is 8.7%. So
Okay.
for those of you who are wondering what the COLA was going into 2023, it will be 8.7%. For those of you who have direct deposit, you will see that increase on December 30th, 2022, going into 2023. Okay, 8.7%. Now, if you're a little fuzzy on math, you're not sure how to do it, you can either use your iPhone or you can use your iOS phone. You can just ask Google, and I'll do a quick example to show you how easy it works. Ask Google how much your increase would be. So let's just say you're receiving $3,400 a month from the VA. You would just say, what is 8.7% of $3,400?
Okay.
The answer is 295 United States dollars and 80 cents.
$295.80 would be your increase amount. That's how simple it is. If you don't know math real well, to just ask your phone. It's called a smartphone for a reason. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the other thing I want to talk about, BobbieD, have you ever heard of VA stand down?
VA? No, I haven't heard
VA,
of that.
like Veterans Affairs, stand down.
No, I never heard of that. What's VA stand down?
Okay, now this is primarily for you veterans in the States. Okay, this is not going to be anything to help you overseas, but you veterans in the States. It is called VA stand down. This is where they go to different cities around the country and they help a lot of veterans. homeless veterans, veterans with legal issues, veterans with child support issues, veterans with connection issues, trying to get service connection, veterans trying to get Social Security, veterans who need a haircut, veterans who need dental care, veterans who just need insurance overall, veterans who need clothes, veterans who need housing.
Wow.
It's called VA Stand Down. They have their own website. If you go to Google or Bing or Safari, whatever search engine you have, and you put in VA Stand Down, okay? Now, let me give you guys some clear examples of how VA Stand Down works. Let's say you got yourself a bunch of speeding tickets, okay? You cannot get a driver's license. Your driver's license is suspended.
Mm.
You can go to VA Stand Down, which usually lasts anywhere from 2 to 3 days in each city, and their website will let you know where it is located. But when you go to the court and it's a real judge, it is very lenient. Okay. They will wipe out most of those tickets and set up a payment plan that is very affordable for you.
Okay.
That's how good VA Stand Down is. Okay.
Wow.
You got legal problems. You need to go there and see what they can do for you. Okay.
Wow.
You need an apartment. You're in a town, you're in the city, you can't find a place to stay. Okay. They're going to help you find a place to stay in those 2 or 3 days while they're there. They're going to have connections from all over your city. They're going to have people there who actually work at the VA, who actually make decisions for claims there. Okay. So when you go put in your claim, you can sit right there and talk to the actual person who's going to make the decision.
Wow.
That's something you're never going to do the normal way.
Right.
Okay. If you need to get your teeth fixed, they can set it up. You need to get a haircut. You need to get clothes. Whatever it is you need to do, you need help with Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go to VA Stand Down. Okay? Go to the website and see where they're going to be, when they're going to be near your city or in your city. This is the time of the year where they go around every year and they help veterans. So if you know someone who's homeless or about to be homeless, they can't get help any other way, send them to VA Stand Down. See when the stand down is going to be close in their area, send them out that way so they can get help. Okay. And they help with everything. There's people that's gone with child support issues, have gotten it cut in half, if not knocked all the way out with VA Stand, because it's a legitimate judge. This isn't just some pony show. This is legitimate. You got issues on your background. You want to get it taken from a felony to a misdemeanor. You can apply to have that changed, get yourself a better opportunity to get a job.
Right.
These are things that you can do at VA Stand Down. Now, I used to volunteer at the one in Phoenix. They were there for 3 days.
Okay.
And I helped at the courtroom. I was basically the gatekeeper at the courtroom, letting people in, letting people out, can't come in, courts in session, so on and so forth. So I'm telling you from experience how this works. Okay. Now, if you want to help when you're there, like you just want to help other veterans, like I used to do, you just go there and tell them you want to volunteer. They'll set you up to where you'll either be at the gate, letting in veterans, giving them what do you call it, a little wrist thing to make sure, verify who they are, that they're a veteran. You let them in.
Yeah.
Also, usually where they stay at, that's a place for a lot of homeless veterans to get off the street and they can go stay, because they're usually in a coliseum or they're in some kind of fairgrounds.
Right.
They'll let the veterans who are homeless go stay in that location while they're there, try to get them situated, get everything taken care of for them, and then move on from there. But VA Stand Down, for you guys in the United States of America, you can take clear advantage of it. Okay. You got issues getting your passport, go to VA Stand Down, try to get whatever it is handled, pay whatever the little fines is going to be, and there you go.
Okay. Man, that's an awesome program. When did they start this, Markell?
Oh, this has been a long time. This has been going on.
Okay.
The thing is, BobbieD, like with most things, people don't know.
Okay.
People don't know. That's all it is. People just don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful program, man. It seems like whatever problem you have, I go to VA stand down first because they get straight to you. They help you. You don't have to wait in the line. I mean, all the line you have to wait for is line is right there. You don't have to wait
Correct.
months and months and months for them to get to you. They're right in there. They're right in your face. You know, you can explain exactly what you want, what you need, and then you can get your answers immediately. You don't have to wait 2 or 3 months for them to respond back to you. That's an awesome program, man.
Yeah,
And
take
people,
advantage.
yeah.
You know, go day one if you got court issues and sign up for the court day one. Don't wait to the last day they're there and then you trying to sign up for the court. It's too late. Sign up day one so that way they can schedule you in and you get an actual attorney to represent you. You're not paying for the attorney. The
Okay.
attorney's already there representing you. They already got the prosecutor there, and everybody's lenient. Nobody's there trying to do anything other than help you. That's the entire reason they're there. You got issues with your driver's license. Forgot about this one. DMV is there. You need to get your driver's license taken care of. You need to get your handicap stickers or whatever. Boom. That's all right there.
Wow.
It's all right there. There's no excuse for you not to go and get the help you need.
That sounds like a one place to get everything you need in one place.
Bobby,
You can't beat that.
Bobby, you will not believe. Let me give you a quick description of how it works. So there's a long line because there's veterans there. Okay, when you walk in, there's a booth all the way on both sides.
Okay.
And whatever you need, from court to clothes, dental to shoes, or whatever else you need, they're all right there from apartments and on down. Okay, they're there to help. That's the whole reason for the stand down. They're there to help.
What about legal issues like got tax problems like that with the government?
Yeah,
They help with that too.
They help, Bobby D. They help with every issue you could possibly have. They help.
Okay.
If they don't have an answer, they'll try to find you an answer, but they help.
So then this would probably be a good place for veterans out there that have had a denial for their benefits claims. They would go in there and say, look, they turned me down. I need y'all
There's
to
been
get
a
on.
bunch of veterans who've gone to this program, Bobby D, and have gotten awarded their benefits.
Okay.
Whether they've gotten 50%, 100%, they have been awarded their benefits. The thing is, you have to go, you have to apply. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to stand in line for you. You got to go and do it. If you want it, you got to go do it.
That's one of the problems many veterans face is that they need stuff, but they don't have the motivation or desire to get up and go for themselves. For some reason or another, they don't take the initiative. And if you don't take the initiative, you can't take advantage of the program. So, and then they got the nerve to go, well, the government don't do nothing for us. You know, I need this, I need that. And they don't take the initiative to go find out the answer, what they can do to help themselves. They're always looking for somebody else to help them. But you got to help yourself. Get up and go. That's half the battle. Just get up and go. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great program, man. And I hope you people, anybody's listening out there, if you have any of the services, needs that he mentioned, those services that he mentioned can help you, governmental, homeless, clothing, taxes, or your claims, anything you need. I would start first at the stand down. But how often do they come out?
Okay, so this usually year round, but it's it's 50 states, so they go everywhere. They in the United States. Like I said, you got to go to their website, vastandown.com.
Okay.
You need to go to their website. Matter of fact, let me see if I can show you a picture of what the website looks like.
Okay.
And you can find out exactly when they're going to be in your area.
vastandown.com. That's easy to remember.
Here's the website. Here's what it says: VA Stand Down and Homeless Resource Event for 2022.
Okay. That's it. You can't get no better than that. That's it right there. They're here to help you. Guys out there that need some kind of help, or you know another guy that's been in service, he needs help. Send him to VA Stand Down. And when you go to their website, there should be some kind of listing, I'm sure, of what events are scheduled and when they're going to come out.
It breaks it all down. When they're going to be in what location. So they may not come to your exact city. You may have to drive an hour to 2 hours to get to them, but I tell you, it's well worth it.
Yeah.
If you lost your driver's license and somebody can take you down and you can get your driver's license back, isn't that worth it?
Yes, worth it. Yeah, you need it back.
Is that not worth it?
Yeah, it is worth it. I lost my driver's license. My driver's license is gone, man. Now I got a Georgia driver's license. And mine actually expired, and because I couldn't get back down there and renew it. So,
Bobby
but
D,
he,
in
he helped
Arizona,
with
my
that.
driver's license doesn't expire for 37 years.
What? You got a 37-year license? Really?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I'm
Is that
dead
for
serious.
veterans only?
No, I'm dead
That's what,
serious. My driver's license does not expire for 37 years. I got my driver's license renewed in 7 years ago, so I still got 30 years on mine.
wow. Wow. That's, are you serious, man? How much you had to pay for that?
It's $25.
Okay, that's nothing for
And I
37
gotta
years.
go to the States in 5 years to do an eye test. That's it. I
Okay.
just gotta go do an
Wow.
eye test. And if I want to update my photo, I can. But yeah, 37 years for the driver's license.
Wow. They have like a 5 year in Georgia, and so mine went out. I've been in like 7, 8 years now. So I was trying to do it online, but I couldn't do it online. So I have to come there in person, and I have to do an eye test again. So when I get back to USA, I'm gonna do mine, renew mine then. But I got a driver's license here in the Philippines. They have a 10 year license out here. So
I'm debating on whether or not to get one here just to have one for emergencies.
yeah.
But I think I'm gonna wait until I get my residency in a year, and then I'll think about getting it at that point. But right now, I got a driver. I don't really need a driver's
Okay.
license.
Okay. Yeah, you got to drive. You don't need that. They do all your driving for you.
I know.
But
I
yeah,
just sit back. I love that, Bobby D. Man, I get in the car, make sure I know where I am, and my
yeah.
head is in the phone, or I'm watching something on the iPad. I'm not. Look, that's all I'm doing now. I'm not stressing over nothing.
I know, man. I know. I love it too. These do most of my driving, man. So I'm like usually in the back, chilling to do it or doing a video or whatever. So it's nice.
Put your
But
feet up. Hey, put your feet up. Let them go. Hey,
yeah,
go ahead. You know where you're
get
going.
me, yeah, get me there and just let me know when you get there.
Let me know. I'll pick my head up, make sure okay, we there. Cool. I get out
Yeah,
and handle business at that point. But now
you know.
I'm not trying to drive.
How is the driving out there, Markell, as compared to the United States? Did
Oh,
they pay the
this
laws?
is it's crazy out here.
Really?
Okay. They had it in the paper today. There's an accident every 16 minutes here.
Whoa.
It's crazy,
Every,
Robbie D. Now, this is real different from the States. Now, in the States, there's only 2 states that I know of that allow lane splitting with motorcycles, driving in the middle lane between
no.
cars.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
only California, and I believe Wyoming is the other one. I know
Okay.
California because I used to ride a motorcycle in California. You can do lane splitting. For those of
Okay.
you who don't know what lane splitting is, picture 2 cars like this going down the road. The
Right.
motorcycle's going right between them.
In the
That's
middle.
called lane splitting. You can do that in California. But
Okay.
here, man, it middle sidewalk. It don't matter.
Yeah.
They just going.
Yeah.
The first time I looked at it, I went, no, I ain't driving in this. No way. Even with a roundabout, you know how a roundabout works.
Yeah.
The
Circle.
car
Yeah.
already in there. You got to wait till they go, then you go.
Take your
Here,
turn.
shit. Bobby D, car could be coming. They cutting right out in front of them. They going on where they
Yeah.
going. I said, you
Yeah.
know what? Nah.
Yeah. That's the same thing here. The reckless drivers. I can drive in Cebu, okay, but I will not drive in Manila. Manila is crazy, man. I mean, they just do anything and everything out there. But it's very, very seldom you see somebody obey the rules. They make
Oh,
up the rules as they go.
now, see, I
You
don't
know,
know how it is in the Philippines, but most of the people here don't have a license. They riding in motorcycles and car ain't got license one, nothing.
same thing here. Same
And
thing
the
here.
police, every couple of weeks, the police will be out there with a police checkpoint. You
Yeah.
should
Right.
see all the motorcycles, Bobby D, on the back of them trucks, because ain't nobody got no license, ain't nobody got no insurance. They just got them lined up on the back of their trucks. Damn, where they taking all the motorcycles? They don't have no papers,
Yeah.
no
Take it.
insurance, no driver's license. Okay, and it's more than half of them here ain't got nothing.
And that's one of the reasons why it contributes to the driving. People don't know the rules, so they don't follow them. They make up their own rules. So half of the people out here in the Philippines can't even read, and they drive. They don't even read the road signs, but they drive. It's
But
crazy
here,
stuff.
I'm gonna tell you what, Bobby D, here ain't got nothing on the Dominican Republic. Dominican
Yeah.
Republic, hot damn.
Uh-huh.
That's a whole different situation
Really?
there, Bobby D.
Okay.
Bobby D, woo, Dominican Republic is something else.
Really?
Something else,
Okay.
man. That the way they do it, okay. Now I just told you here, they ride on the left, the right, and the middle. DR, literally sidewalk. Something in the
Right.
way, you better watch before you open that door. motorcycle.
Okay.
They ride there, Bobby. No shoes, no headlights, wrong way. They got a helmet on, but it ain't got no guts. The helmet just bouncing around.
No.
On the buses, packed like sardines.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
buses are so packed, Bobby D. You know the doorway where they open the door to let people in. No, people are hanging all outside the door,
Hanging.
holding on, going down the road. I said, nah. And then the buses.
Yeah. That sound like the Philippines. They pack them in on the buses. They just got the buses before they had Jeeps. They packed them in on the Jeep, and now they pack them in on the buses. And I see people are holding on to the bus doors, on the little step on the bus, trying to hold on. That's how crowded it is,
Bus just rolling. Bobby D, they got these Publico cars. Might as well call them Flintstones. Them cars are so packed in. A car that should only hold 4 people got 8 people in there. 5 in the back, 3 in the front, and it's a standard. You like what? Hey, y'all. Hey, Dominican Republic got their own thing going, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like that in the DR, bro. And the DR too. They take animals on the chickens, pigs, on the bus. Nah.
On the bus, man.
Nah.
I've seen out here, man. And then on the motorbikes, how many people have you seen on a motorbike on one bike?
On one.
On one bike, I seen 7 people out here on one bike.
Got a dog in the front. Got a dog in the back. Am I lying? They got a dog in the back on the handlebar. Everybody, the smallest to the biggest, from front to back.
Front to back. That's how they do it.
Nobody got a helmet on. Bobby D here is so crazy. They got scooters. They ride a lot of scooters. Right. Baby carriage. Okay. Sitting at the bottom of the scooter. Girl ain't got no helmet on, no shoes on.
That's what bothers me, man. To put the little kids on there with no kind of helmet, no nothing. And I used to tell Lisa D, I said, I seen everything out here except for somebody with a kitchen sink on the bike. And one day I saw them with a kitchen sink on the bike.
If you think them little 100 cc's, 125 cc's can't carry nothing, bro, they got refrigerators, gas, big ass thermal gas tanks on the back. You name it, they hauling it.
They'll put anything on those bikes. As long as you can find a way to get it on there, they'll do it, man. That's it. People got to do what they got to do, and they ain't got nothing else. You know what I'm saying? That's the way these countries are when they're developing nations. All right, what else you got, Markell? That's it.
Other than that, Bobby D, I was gonna talk to you about the situation that was going on here.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I wanted to show you this video real quick of this lady on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they own a motorcycle.
Right.
The baby's hanging off the motorcycle in a carriage to the side. I'm gonna try to find that, but I've been sending Bobby D some photos lately and videos of stuff that's been happening here in Colombia, and it has been getting crazy here. Now, I don't know how much you guys know about Medellin, Colombia, the history of Medellin, Colombia. It was very violent. This was the murder capital of the world.
Right.
Okay, in the 80s. In the 80s, early 90s, this was the murder capital of the world. It was no doubt about it coming here. Nobody came here. Nobody.
Right. Okay. They had like a cartel and stuff out there, big gangs and stuff.
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, Escobar. Yeah, that was the king of the cartel out there.
Okay. Now they have since cleaned it up quite a bit, but there's still a large cartel presence here. There are all kind of gang affiliations here. There's terrorist groups here that they have to negotiate with from time to time to keep them from coming inside the city. Mm-hmm. Okay. All that's still happening here. But the thing that's been happening a lot lately is, and this isn't new, okay, is guys who come from the States, they're usually desperate, trying to get one of them young girls. Right. They drug them. They drug them at scopamine, okay, devil's breath. There's another name for it. It's devil's breath. They put it on their lips. No, don't put it on their lips. They put it on their chest. They slip it in their drinks. They drink a beer or whatever. Next thing they know, it's the next day. They don't know what happened. Everything is gone. Mm-hmm. There are some people who have died from it. Okay.
Right.
They given them too much, or they were allergic to it, or they may have been on some other kind of medication when they got it, and it has killed them.
Right.
All right. Now lately, in the last 4 days, there's been 3 people that have been killed.
Okay.
Well, two were American, one was Italian. There was an American guy. He's got a YouTube channel. He's called Whirly Traveler. Whirly Traveler, I believe is his name. His name was
Okay.
Nicholas. His real name was Nicholas.
Okay.
He traveled between here in Colombia, DR, Brazil,
Okay.
and they found him dead the other day, about 2 days ago now. They suspect he was drugged. All right.
Okay.
He had been dead in his apartment so long, his body started decomposing. They smelled it, the odor from his body decomposing,
Mm.
which is why they called the police. They went
Right.
in and they found him in there. Okay.
Okay.
There was an Italian guy. He was staying here in the Poblado area. Again, messing with young street girls.
Right.
They found him because he was supposed to check out his Airbnb. He was tied up, had been tied up for about 2 or 3 days, dead in a chair, naked, tied up.
Wow. That's sad, man.
Yeah. There was another one. I showed BobbieD a picture of the guy. Family's looking for him. He
I
came
think
here
I got that.
October 6th. He was supposed to leave 3 days after he got here. Family never found him. They have no idea where he is right now.
Hold on, I think I got that picture. Yeah, here you go, right here.
Yep.
It's the guy right there. Nobody knows where he's at, and he's been missing for what, like a week now or something like
Yeah,
that.
been missing for a week now.
He said, "This is my dad, Elwood Trees. Edward Hawthorne is missing. None of his friends nor family have heard from him since Thursday, October 6th. All we know is that he traveled to Colombia in South America." Okay, that's all they know. They can't find him, and they don't know what's going on with him. That's sad, man. And
Yeah.
people, he came. Well, the question is, he come to Colombia for what reason? What was his purpose?
Well, I can tell you like this, Bobby, and there's grown people in here, so I'm gonna speak openly about this.
Okay.
There are people online that show these girls every day here. They show
Right.
young girls. They talk about how easy it is to get these young girls, but they never tell people the dangers of coming to a country like this. Colombia is not a country that you play with, especially here in Medellin. This is not the Dominican Republic. This is not some of those countries where they basically just gonna try to gyp you out of money. This country is for real.
Right.
They will kill you here. Literally. They will kidnap you, they will drug you, they will kill you here. This is nothing to play with in this country. This is not like any other countries you go to. There's a history here, and that history, it might have died down, but it's not gone. Make no mistake about that.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't care how they try to make it seem online with edits and showing you all these girls. You got to ask yourself, you come here, you might be the one that don't make it back. That your family got to pay some kind of ransom because they kidnapped you. And don't think kidnappings don't happen here. I can show you 3 different kidnappings that happened today. Colombians as well as foreigners, expats. Okay? This country is no joke. It is no joke. So now, I know it's probably not like that in the Philippines, but here you don't play around.
Well, here they do kidnap, but it's only a certain area. And it's only people that they know got money. You know, that's it. It's the southern part of the Philippines, Mindanao area. But you don't hear about it that much. It don't happen a lot. But in your case, it happened every day out there. You know, that's not good, man. That's not good. So the attraction for people coming here is sex with the young girls.
Yep.
Okay. And then they get tricked into the sexual relationship with a young girl, and the girl, they want all the money, so they get rid of her. They get the money and get rid of her. And when they kidnap, do they hold people for ransom and beg and ask for money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually, you know, in American money, it's usually like $2,500, $5,000, because that's a lot here. In American money. In American money.
Yeah. Okay.
But they have all kind of rings set up here, BobbieD, where they would get people from the airport. They sit there, scope them out, watch them, follow them back to their place, get all the information, and blackmail them. Some of these guys are married, coming to see some of these girls. Some of these guys work for major corporations, coming to see these girls. They blackmail them.
Right.
You know, you supposed to came here on a golf trip. You down there in a brothel. They got you all on camera doing everything.
Well, yeah, but that happens out here too. That's what they do. They get information about you, and then they take pictures with you with some woman and send it and say, look, this is what we got. Either you pay us, we're gonna send this to your wife, and all kind of stuff like that. It happens out here a lot.
Because
So that's that.
logic is low when guys come here looking at girls, and men don't seem to realize when you go to these brothels, you ain't in control of nothing. The moment you step foot on their ground, they got you on camera. Everything that you do from that point, you're on camera.
Right.
I hope people understand that. You're not just walking in somewhere like you walking in your apartment. No, you on camera. Every step you take, you are on camera. And they find out anything about you, trust and believe, they're gonna use it against you.
Right. CCTV is everywhere here, so it's everywhere there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what happens here. The thing about how they do it here, Markell, when they want to get rid of somebody out here, foreign or whatever, they don't like you. They get on. They call it motorcycle drive by. Get on a motorcycle, and one person on the back. They call it tandem shooting. One person driving, other person on the back, and they go.
Oh yeah, they do that here. They do that here.
Okay. Yeah, you can't because the helmet covers the face. Can't see who did it.
The one I just showed you, the people being robbed at the restaurant. The guy had been watching them.
Hold up.
Because if you notice in that video, Bobby D, he went straight to his target. He didn't even mess with the first set of people that were there. He went straight to the other two guys because he had been watching them.
Hold up. I think I got that. Let me see. I'm gonna pull that up real quick.
And I'm not trying to scare anybody from coming to Colombia, but I'm just letting you know that if you come for that particular reason, okay,
not gonna work out.
You've been warned. That's all I can tell you. You've been warned.
Yeah, and it's sad that people got to lose their life over something so stupid as that. Sex, you could get that anywhere. Why you got to come to Colombia for that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Bobby, that's the thing I don't get, Bobby D, is people will say, well, y'all going because it's cheaper. And you think about it logically. How is it cheaper? You got to pay for airline tickets. You got to pay for a place to stay. You got to pay to move around. You're going to end up spending $2,000, $3,000. Okay. How is that cheaper than being in the States or going to Vegas or wherever it is you would go in the States? How is that cheaper? Somebody got to explain that one to me. How is it cheaper?
No, it's not cheaper. In their minds, it's cheaper, but it's not.
If you're living in the country, it's cheaper. If you're visiting the country, it is not cheaper.
Yeah, if it's not cheaper overall because you wind up losing your life. And you say it's cheaper, then your life is cheap, and your life is not cheap. You can't get your life back. You can get things back, possessions back, but you cannot get your life back. It is not worth it, man. Leave them young girls alone. Go. If you got to do all that, do it where you live. You ain't got to go out your country for all of that. It's because it's crazy, man. You're putting yourself in a danger zone. I think I got that video, Markell. I'm sure real quick. Watch this. Crazy, man. You're putting yourself in a danger zone. I think I got that video, Markell.
Yeah, if you notice, Bobby D, let it run to the end. When he comes in, he skips those first two people sitting at that table. They had been watching him. They got an exact target. Those two guys right there standing up. He knew where to go to get what. This is an everyday occurrence here, people. This isn't a one-off. This isn't, no. Every day. Look what he did. He walked right past them and went right to the two.
And those two that he walked past, they got up and got out of there. As soon as they saw them, they got out of there.
And that's in a tourist area at a restaurant, popular restaurant.
Yeah, that's sad, man. That means it's more dangerous there than it is here. It's dangerous for any foreign anywhere, but more there than here, that's for sure. So that's the lesson, man. Mind your business. Leave them young girls alone. If you come out there for the wrong reasons gonna come for you. Okay, stay away from that kind of activity, ladies and gentlemen, and you will be okay. According to Markell, Colombia is a pleasant place to be.
It is.
If you come for the right reasons. And he's a living example. How long you been out there, Markell?
Then next month will be 5.5 years.
Okay, so he's been out there 5.5 years, living happy and free, and it can be done. But he has the right reason. He came out there to live happy. He didn't come out here to bang, go get young girls and all that. He come out there because he wanted to change his life, change his experience. He got a girlfriend there, and he's happy there. But if you come out there trying to be cheap and do this and do that, you're gonna mess up. And
That's
somebody
the other
gonna
thing, Bobby D. The majority of these people who got drugged and robbed and all this stuff, staying in cheap ass places. They listening to people tell them, "Oh man, you go stay in this hood. It's only $250 to stay there for the month." Well, what kind of place you think you stayed at for $250?
a dump.
And what kind of people you think are there? People that you staying around don't have nothing that you have. Your shoes alone will probably pay their rent and buy food for the entire month just with your shoes.
They steal your shoes. They're gonna take you too.
So what
They
do you
get it,
think
gonna
they
knock you
thinking?
out.
What do you think they thinking, Bobby D, when you move in next door in an Airbnb? This gringo, nice luggage, nice clothes, nice shoes, watch, phone.
Right.
Oh no, somebody come take that.
Yeah, that's you're advertising what you have. Come get it. That's what you're doing. You see, that's target. You're a target, man. And any country you're going to, if you're a foreigner, you are a target for people that have not. There's two classes of people in the world: the one that have and the one that have not. And the have-nots always try to take from the haves. Okay, so stop trying to advertise. Well, where are your bling bling on your arm? Because you might lose the arm. Somebody want that watch, that Rolex you got. You know. So be careful, man. Don't go around there advertising, trying to
Bobby
show
D,
off.
you know how sad it is. I got a new housekeeper, and I'm still thinking about like people know how to use microwave, know how to use washing machine. Hell no.
Right.
That girl got my washing machine, open up the lid, put the clothes in, first of all, put all white, black, all in there. I said, no, baby, can't do that.
Oh.
So I pulled out all the white. I said, all right, now go ahead and wash that. She took water from the sink, poured it in the washing machine, and started washing them by hand. I said, no, baby. No, baby. I'll do it. I'll do it. You do everything else. I'll do it. Don't worry about it.
She washed your clothes in the washing machine by hand. Oh wow, that's a new one.
And this is 2022, and I'm trying to tell y'all, man, we take for granted in the United States a lot of stuff that we have and we do because we think everywhere we go, everybody else has had that same experience. No, they have not. They have not.
No, we're fortunate to live in one of the best countries, not one of the best country in the world. So we think everybody else know what they know. No, we can't take it for granted. What people know when you go to these other countries, you cannot take it for granted because they don't have the experience you have. So you have to treat her like a little baby and teach her step by step. This is how you do. You put it in here, and that's how you got to do. Okay.
One last thing, I want people to hear me clearly on this. Now you're gonna see people write stuff on videos that says "Black Man Paradise." Let me get something straight with y'all right now. This is real talk, and I don't care what country you go to. They will tolerate you because of your money.
That's it.
Because of your money. Never think these people love you. They do not. They do not. They do not. Matter of fact, they cannot stand your ass. If you go to social media, if you understand their language and you go to social media, look at who's being depicted in social media. It's usually African Americans or Afro, whatever it is in whatever country you in. They're the ones being depicted. Never get it in your head that this group of people love you or that group of people love you. That is a lie.
Right.
Colombia has a female vice president that is Afro-Colombian. That woman is talked about like a dog on a daily basis. On a daily basis.
Right.
Okay? You think you coming to Colombia and these fools write stuff like Black Man's Paradise, this is your kingdom? No, sir. Show up with nothing and see how you treat it. Because they tolerate you because of what you're worth, your dollar, what it's worth. That's all they doing. You show up there with nothing, talking about Black Man Paradise, your ass is going to be on the street begging.
That's right.
Never think these people love you. They don't love your ass. They tolerate you.
Yeah. That's what happens. People come out here thinking, well, Filipino, they love black men. They live now. They love the money, man. Now, you may find some people, you might find an individual that would love you personally, but majority of people is about the money. It's about how much you got. How can we get you? We are your friend until your money runs out. When your money runs out, you ain't
got nothing to do with you.
You ain't nothing but an N-word. You know what I'm saying? That's like, get away from me. They don't like out here. They don't like the color black. Okay, So,
No, you
they
think
don't
they
want to
got
be
white
social.
skin?
Yeah,
I was in the Philippines. I was in Manila. Why you think they got whitening and lotion?
yeah.
They didn't trying to be black, dude. And you think they love you? No, they don't. No, they
No,
don't.
they don't. It's about the money, basically. Now, you can find some exception to the rule, with find one
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
it's always a few.
But when you're talking about color, it's pervasive all over the world. Black is hated all over the world. I don't care what country you're going to. You go to Russia. You think they like black people in Russia? No. You ever seen any black Russians? I haven't. Have you, Markell?
There's some people there, but they're
Right.
there for jobs or they're there for
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. They're not born there. Or they just don't want to live there for living there. They
And
live
they
for the
tolerate
job.
them. They
Yeah,
tolerate them for whatever they're doing. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, when you've been around the world, when you've been in these countries and you actually hear how people talk about you, or you go to their social media and you see who they depicting and what they talk about, it ain't hard to figure out, okay, they really don't give a shit about you. They just give a shit about what you got. Never forget that.
that's why when I talk about race out here, people think I'm lying. That
Oh
because
no.
they love. They don't know. You don't know until you come out here and live. When you live, you can see the little things they do, and you can pick it up. If you're a black person, you can pick stuff up when somebody don't like you and how they treat you. When I went to Hong Kong, they treated Lisa like a queen, treated me like dirt because she looked like them. They don't like black people out there. Singapore, same thing. Thailand, same thing. They do. They treat people that look like them better. If you black, get back. That's standard everywhere I have been in this world. And I've been a lot of places, man. So people, listen. If you're African American, better wise up and always keep your eyes open. They may smile in your face all
Because
the
they know
time.
what you got.
Your face.
BobbieD, they tolerate you because of your money. Now, if anybody thinks that I'm lying or he's lying, show up in one of these countries and act like you got nothing. See how far you get. See how far you get.
Not for it all.
Because if you think that your money ain't carrying you, you mistaken. It ain't about your personality. I don't care how good Spanish you speak or Saguano or whatever language it is you speak, don't make a damn bit of difference.
No,
Show up with nothing and see how good you get treated.
you'll be treated like nothing when you show up with nothing. You got to show up with some money, then they treat you with respect. All right, let's go to the comments, see what we got. Let's see, flight win. I've got that. Let's see, got that. All right, Anthony Lee, he's the country that developed nukes. Okay, yeah, United States, man, y'all know that. We stand down sounds like a great program. Yeah, this is a great program. It's one of the best program Markell's talked about because it encompasses a lot of things, not just one particular area. You can go to them with any concern you have, and they will help you. They have the professionals there to help you, and the professionals are volunteer for that program, right, Markell?
Yep.
They're volunteer. They're not paid, so then there's nothing in it for them. So they're gonna give you the best service they can. They're not getting paid for it. They're not gonna treat you or not treat you out or nothing. They're gonna give you what they can give you. I also got with Anthony and Markell. I need to make some changes to my will. Does the VA provide that service for veterans?
Yes. You got two options. You can go down to Comp and Pen and let them know you want to make changes to your will, or you can go to the hospital and see a social worker. She'll be able to direct you in the correct place to get that done.
Okay, so you can go to a social worker or go to the hospital, and
Or
they'll
go
be
to the Comp and Pen office as well. You got Comp and Pen office, or go to the hospital and see a social worker.
okay. Comp and Pen or social worker. All right, we got man in the house. What's up, man? He said facts true. I've been to the
Man.
stand down in North Carolina. It's legit. I found out about 15 years ago. What's up, family? Hey, we doing good, man. Good to see you in the house. They ride train, Bobbie, Lisa, and Markell. So it's been around, according to him, 15 years
Oh
ago.
yeah, it's been around. Like I said, people just don't know about it. They just don't know.
Why is it that they got all these good programs and they don't advertise? What's up with that? Do they want people to know or not?
It's it's hard to explain, Bobby. They used to give out a booklet with all this information in it years ago. I remember getting a book a long time ago. It had your percentage in it and everything you were entitled to, upcoming programs. I don't know. They did away with that book, and now it's kind of like word of mouth. You just
Okay.
gotta know. You just gotta know.
Okay. It's crazy, man. All right, Anthony Liggins, he said the COLA increase also applies to military retirement pension and Social Security. Okay, so that's across the board.
Yeah.
Social Security, military, and pensions, 8.7%. 8.7% sounds like it's good, but it's really not because you're really not keeping up with the cost of living. You know, the inflation, you're gonna wipe that out as soon as you get that money, it's already gone. You know, so don't, like Markell said the other day. You know, you don't fool yourself that it's gonna be a big increase because you're not gonna really see it with
Now,
inflation
now,
hitting.
if you outside the country, like I'm here in Colombia, yeah, it's substantial because hell, that's somebody's salary. I'm gonna make more in this increase in somebody's salary.
That's true. That's true.
But in the United States, grand scheme of things, nah, it ain't make that much of a
Not in the
difference.
U.S. I might see some benefits out here because I get U.S. dollars out here, so that might help me a little bit. And the league, he said, Colombia has some beautiful women, but it can be dangerous if you don't know your way around. Yeah,
If you don't know the
Markell,
language, Bobby, most of them come, they can't speak a lick of Spanish. Don't know hola, can't say como está, que tal, nada,
you better
nada.
know. Yeah, that's a country you better know some language if you go there because they're gonna take advantage of you. That doesn't make sense. And Spanish is not a hard language to learn. Been learning Spanish since the 10th grade. I learned it in 10th grade. It's not that hard to learn.
See, I'm
Yeah,
still learning, Bobby. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I know what's going on around me, but for me, I still think American. So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
put my adjectives before my nouns, and in
Right,
Spanish, you put your nouns before your
right.
adjective.
A little
It's
bit different.
reversed. So I
Yeah.
say it, and they know what I'm saying, but I'll say it backwards occasionally.
Right. It's like you speak broken English. You know, that's all. You
Right.
speak broken Spanish, but they get it. They get it. And
Oh, they know
sometimes
what I'm saying.
they don't want to get.
They know what I'm saying.
They know
So
what you're
I can
saying.
pretty much go anywhere by myself here and navigate myself around anywhere I go. I've gone. That's why I go to these small towns, Bobby D, is to really get to know the language and hear the way other
Right.
people say it
Right.
because
Yeah.
people's cadence are different. I'm sure it's the same with you with
Same
Saguano.
way. Same
One
way. Same
person
way.
can say it, and like Lisa D talks to you, you get it
Right.
exactly because you used to her
Right.
cadence. But
Right.
when somebody else says it sounds like they're mumbling, and
Right.
you
It's a different
you
thing.
gotta be able to pick it up when other people say it. So that's why
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
going to these smaller towns to hear it different ways.
Yeah. Every region has a different accent out here, and probably the same way there, because people speak the language, but they speak with a different accent, and that accent throws you off if you're not used to that sound. So yeah, that happens here a lot. Lisa D speaks three languages, and then sometimes if she speaks Tagalog, and somebody says something, she got to really figure it out because they're coming from a different area of Philippines, but she don't really get that sound. So it takes a while. I mean, even if you're a native here. Andy Liggins, he said, let's see. Men go to Colombia for the same reason they go to the Philippines. They have beautiful women that love Americans. Yeah.
They
No,
don't love
the
you.
women. That's
Don't think
it.
they love you. No, no. I ran across too many, talked to too many here. They don't love you. They love what you got. They love
The
what you can
scammers.
produce. They
Yeah.
don't love you.
The
No,
scammers don't love you, man. They'll fool you like they love you.
no.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
you have
they'll
to know
hold your
who you
hand,
are.
Bobby D, because they do that thing. You know, they hold your hand. They going to grab and hug on them. Man,
Yeah.
70 years old, barely can walk, got a 21-year-old girl all over him, giving him the best experience possible. And
Yeah.
as soon as his ass walk outside, she goes to where she really wanted to go. Never
Right.
think they love you, dude. They don't. They do
Gone
not.
with the money.
Don't,
Gone with the money.
don't sit there and think that. You fooling yourself.
All right. Murphy, hey, what's up, Murphy? He said that's why it's good to learn the language. It's best that you could, in anywhere you go and do research, you can really know what they think about you. Yeah, you have to know the language. You have to know every word, but you need the little basics. You know, the basics of how you doing, where you going, how much is that, and then you need to look at those little words they say about skin color. Negros, negros, itum, itom, and Cebu,
Negrita.
itom.
Negrita is
Yeah,
black.
yeah, black. You know, you got to learn this stuff, man, because if you don't, people be dogging you out. You don't even know what they're saying. Go ahead,
And not
Markell.
only that, though, it's the way that they talk to each other too. They may call each other black as just the way they talk.
Right,
For
right,
us, it might be insensitive the way they say certain words. So you
right,
got to understand the difference too and the context of what they're saying.
right. Murphy, what's up? What's up? Anthony Liggins, he said, I've spent a lot of time in South America and Asia. For me, the Philippines and Asia is much more racist than South or Central America. I was married to Peruvian and my son's mother's Panamanian. Okay, so he said he spent a lot of time in South America and Asia. But for me, the Philippines and Asia is much more racist than South. Okay.
I don't know where you spent a lot of time, bro, but I've been to the Philippines. I know how the Philippines is. I stayed in Manila. I stayed in BGC for 3 months. Okay. Bonifacio City, basically Little New York. I stayed there for 3 months. I know what it's like in the Philippines.
No,
And I
he's
know what
agreed.
it's like. And I
He's
know what it's
agreed.
like here.
He said he agrees. He says for
Oh,
me, the Philippines and Asia is much more racist
okay.
than South America. So
Because here, yeah, don't get it twisted here.
yeah,
Don't get it twisted here. You out there, act like you got nothing. Come here when y'all think black man paradise and you got nothing. See how they treat you.
yeah, I think that sentiment is it's the same everywhere you go. If you got this melanin in your skin and skin color like we got, people respect you when you got money. They look up to you. But when you got no money and you got this skin, they will. If you were the white man and you got no money, they're gonna respect that white man whether we got money or not. But when you got a black man with the skin, like, oh, no, no, they don't want to be bothered with you. That's the way it is all over this world. That's because Europeans came and dominated the world and made everybody think that white was right, you know, and they messed up the whole world with that domination and colonial spirit they had. Let's go. We got Robert Lee. What's up, Robert? He said, greetings, Bobby and these whole bottles well. Good for y'all. What's up, Upturn Rider? We doing good, man. Hit that button. Everybody hit the like button for me one time. 1, 2, 3. Chit your pie out. 1, 2, 3. Chit your pie out. Hit the like button, y'all. Come on now. Let's get them likes up. Murphy Hayes. Said, really, Sir Anthony? Okay.
Man,
Let's
people
go,
gonna be
Ron
in
J.
for look, Bobby, they ain't never been there. They gonna be in for a shock. When you go to Manila, you gonna be in for a shock.
Yeah. I think it's important that we all get the right concepts about when we travel overseas, if we're African Americans or if we're black. It's a different world when you venture out into the other world, other part of the world, if you have this melanin in your skin. Let's get that understanding and let's get that concept in our mind. Don't get out here and think, well, they love black. That's the thing they got on these videos. They love black men. They love black men. That's to lure you out there. And when you get out there, you find out it's a different story. So don't be fooled by the YouTube channels that telling you that. And don't be fooled by everything out here is cheap and you can come out here and live off $500. Don't be fooled by these people telling you that stuff. Be led by the right people and people that's out here living every day to living a life. I've been out here 8 years, and I'm gonna tell you, man, you're gonna need some money to come out here, and don't come out here with no money, and don't think everybody love you. Everybody don't love you. They love you enough to get your money, but when that money gone, they gone. Okay.
Bobby D, let me
So
give you some facts. Here's a fact that you guys probably don't know because you're watching all these videos thinking everybody's partying.
yeah,
These guys are by themselves out of 24 hours, 85 to 90% of the day. They're by themselves. They either by themselves or they with the person they travel with. They are not with women all day, all night. They can't afford it.
no,
Do not believe that lie that they out there partying 24/7. Because if they were self-made millionaires, they damn sure wouldn't be in the Philippines. They damn sure wouldn't be in Colombia.
that's
Okay?
right.
Do not believe that lie. If you watch any of them, pay attention. They are alone. 85 to 90% of the time they're in these countries, they are alone. If they're not in a serious relationship, they're not married, they going to bed alone, they waking up alone, they walking around alone. And the only time they with somebody is when they paying for it. And they ain't got that kind of money when they traveling.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that, man. Uh, be yourself wherever you go and watch what you do, who you're around. That's the best thing to do. And know that what people say is not necessarily true. Check people out because everybody ain't for you. Okay. I don't care if you're in the United States. Everybody ain't for you in the United States. So everybody ain't for you in your home country. Where you go to some other country, it's gonna be the same way. That's just common sense. Murphy Hayes, what's up, Robert? What's up, Murphy? Okay. Robert Lee. So where's Lisa D? Lisa D's in Medellin, hometown, visiting her mother. Anthony Liggins, what's up? He said Panama is very similar to Colombia. They were actually one country back in history. They were actually Panama and Colombia was one country. Okay, I didn't know that. He said women all over the world have a fantasy of black men, but like the song says, I ain't saying she's a gold digger. Yeah, I know a lot of women
So
like black men.
let me
But
say this,
as
Bobby
far as
D. Can I say this?
go ahead.
This is something in his head, okay? Because you have Afro Panamanians, you have Afro Colombians, you got Afro Brazilians. Why would they fantasize about black men they already got in their country? I mean, I'm trying to understand some of y'all when y'all come up with this stuff, man. It's like, where you get this from? They fantasize about black men. They got black men here already. They're called Afro Colombians. They're called Afro Panamanians. They're Afro Brazilians. They all over the place. So
Right.
what? Whatever,
I
man.
don't know.
Hey, if you want to believe that, bro, believe whatever you want to believe.
I don't know. But I know one thing, man. When you talk about color, we got the best color in the world. I don't care what it is. Black is best. Of all the colors in the spectrum, our color is the best. But because the Europeans have dominated the world and make black think it's wrong, that's what's in a lot of people's mind. Black ain't right. I won't be with it. That's why in the Philippines, uh, they might tolerate you here, and they'll treat you decent. If you're black man, they treat you with respect and love, like that. But the bottom line is their mentality is black is not good, but I'm gonna deal with you because you're a foreigner and you got some money. But then that is not to say that all of them are like that. There's some that will treat you for who you are and what you are. Okay, but you got to look hard to find them. But that probably was every
Let,
country. You got to
let me
look
ask you
hard to
this,
find
Bobby D. Let me ask you this. If you put a foreigner and a local with a woman there, who's she gonna choose? If they got the equal, they got the same amount of money, they got everything equal. Who's she gonna choose?
if I was a woman, I had a foreigner and a local with the same kind of money, I would probably choose the foreigner. No, I would choose a local, the person I'm already familiar with,
That's
because
what
they
they do
already
here.
familiar with me. If they got the same kind of money, yeah, I'm gonna choose who's my race. That's
It's a
just
different,
common nature.
bro. It's a different world here. Okay, Bobby D, you got married men that will drop their wife off to go do whatever with the other guy, get the money, come back home. They gonna pay their rent. They gonna take care of their bills. That's this world. This is a different world in the United States. People
Right,
come from the United States don't understand that. When you're in a poor country, these people don't have a lot. They do what they got to do to survive, to pay their
right,
bills, especially during the holiday season. People come from the holidays, they think, oh man, this girl do anything and everything. Yeah, because she's trying to provide for her family.
right.
But the moment you leave, she going right back to her husband. She going right back to her family, just like nothing ever happened.
It's like a business. It's a job. That's all it is. It's nothing personal between you. It's just I need the money. I got to do what I got to do to get the money. That's what they do, and that's how they do survive in all these undeveloped nations and poor nations in the world. And so that's why a lot of people come and take advantage of that, and that's why sex tourism is one of the biggest multi-billion industries in the world. It's illegal, but people take advantage of young girls because of that.
Yeah,
And
and
Philippines,
people like Mr. Liggins gets this fantasies in his head because he's going to see these young girls that they love him. The moment he turned his back, they got four words that they call him. I'm not gonna say what they are right now, but they got four words that they call him. And you can say, well, how do you know? Because I know these people. I'm around them every day. I talk to them every day. When you fantasize about it, that's what they want you to do because they want you to keep coming back, continuing that cycle. That's a fantasy, dude. That is a fantasy.
got you, man. Murphy, hey, what's up? He said, that's why I like to listen to you, brothers. You're straight up and you tell the truth. That's just how I like it. Yeah, that's it, man. Ain't no sense in making you think there's something that is not. It's, setting you up for failure. We want to give you the real deal, the reality of life, wherever we live in, so that you know in your mind and your idea, and hey, right idea in your mind when you come out here, what these people are about. And you won't be taken to the cleaners. Understand, we all want to go overseas and we all want to see how other people live, but you got to understand their ways and that you don't offend them, and so they won't take advantage of you and you get in trouble out there. And the ladies, Markell sound like somebody heard him. All women love black men, white, Latina, Asian, etc. All
Dude,
right.
this guy is living in the fantasy world. You know why I tell people this, Bobby D? Because I've seen people come here, get set up, get robbed, get beaten out of money constantly. And why? Because, like Mr. Liggins, oh, they love black men. This is the lie that they hear constantly on YouTube. So I'm pretty sure he's watching one of those channels that has convinced him that all these countries love black men. Guarantee you. I guarantee you go to his YouTube page, you look at who he's following. There's probably 10 to 12 channels he's following. All they talk about all day is sex tourism. Guaranteed. He's drinking the Kool-Aid. But he's not here when he see these people, when they've been robbed, they got no passport, they got no money, they don't speak the language, they don't know who to call. Then what do you do? What do you do? Does it sound like I'm hurt at that point? Because I'm trying to talk to brothers and save them from themselves when they go to these countries. They don't know nobody, they ain't got no money, and you don't speak the language. What do you do at that point?
Right. All right, man. It's been real. It's been real. It's been real. You and Anthony Liggins, y'all butting heads today. But you know, sometimes you have to do that to get information out. You know, you have a disagreement. That's okay.
No, it's not really a disagreement. I just know the type of person that this is. I guarantee you, if you go to his page right now, you're gonna see 10 to 12 sex channels on his page because he's talking like one of them. People who come here, and then people that follow them are usually the ones who get robbed, who get standing out in the streets with nowhere to go and waiting on somebody to try to help them. Because I've showed you a video of a brother that's here now from following the Passport Bros. He's out there in the streets homeless. He thought he could come here and live on $1,200 because that's what they told him. That's all you need to live here. Now he's homeless in the streets. It ain't about feeling hurt. It's about trying to help people who live on a fantasy.
Okay. Okay. I think this is just a matter of misunderstanding. Anthony said, Americans have an image of prestige and women all over the world. Okay. All right. I've dated them Russian, Panamanian, Peruvian, current girl. Okay. All right. Hey, that's it's okay, man. If you believe that, that's fine. You don't women have in their minds who they like. And a lot of them would like a black man, a lot of them would like a white man, you know. But if you're a black man traveling in this world overseas, you need to understand that your color separates you from the people that you're with. If you're in a black country, you probably be all right. You're in Africa. However, even in Africa, African Americans are not accepted that well because they have an animosity towards Americans, and it extends to Black Americans. So there's always an exception to anywhere you go if you're an African American in this world. Now, sometimes they will accept you, you know, but you got to have the money and you got to be acting the way they want you to act. But in the back of their mind, many of them, you'll find the exception to every rule, but you'll find for the majority of the people, your skin separates you from them. And that's a big separation, and you cannot get around that no matter what you do. Markell, I've never seen these channels either. Okay, all right, let's go here though. Terry, what's up, Terry? Terry Fleming in the house. What's up, man? You good? So I'm gonna say, where you been? He said, where you been, man? Terry Fleming, Rain Man coming in the house today. He's hello. He's sneaking in on the back end of the train. Okay, man. Man, it's been real. It's been real. It's been real, Markell. And we had a very lively conversation today. We discussed about the program for Stand Down. I've never heard that program before. And it's an awesome program, ladies and gentlemen. If you have issues, you need a veteran, you need a home, you need clothes, haircut, food, clothing. If you have health screenings, whatever you need, the Stand Down program comes to your area every so often on schedule. And Markell says just go to standdown.com online, see when it's coming to your city. Whatever's there, make an appointment. You know, what do you need to bring, Markell, to prove that you're a veteran? Just DD-214 or?
Yeah, DD-214. A lot of times they can look up your information from your social security number if you don't have, because a lot of times these homeless guys don't have a lot of ID.
Right.
They don't have, but they should know their social security number. So they should be able to find out whether or not, you know, verify you're a veteran by your social security number.
Okay. So
your
show
time,
up,
you know, time and service.
Right. Show up with your social security number. They'll look everything up and you should be good to go. But that's an awesome program. If you guys know anybody that's a veteran that may be in need of any kind of assistance, any kind of services at all, refer them to the Stand Down program as a first point of reference, and hopefully they can help them out. All right, Markell, that's all you got today for us?
Yeah, and the only other thing I tell you, man, don't forget, if you're in the Philippines, they got the caregiver program. So if you're in need of assistance, instead of being there struggling, you can go back to the States if you choose to. and get on the caregiver program. It's available to all eras. It started on October 1st. So
Okay. Caregiver program started October 1. And if you're in the Philippines, you can't use it, but you have to go home to the United States. It's only for the United States people, veterans. All right. Markell, thank you so much, man. It's been great having you on the show. We'll see you again next week. Take care. God bless.
peace.
Peace. All right. Everybody remember, check out Markell's program, Markell's TV, the podcast. He gives veterans information, world travel information, a whole lot of information that you can use right now to benefit your life and your existence here on this earth. Terry Fleming in the house. Her birthday is hello, Terry. What's up? What's up? Everybody good? Y'all good? Got a great show today. Thank you guys for showing up and blowing up. Always good to be with my people in the house. Today is Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, and then we got Sunday. So I'll be back with y'all again, hopefully tomorrow, and we'll do it again, y'all. Tomorrow, I'm trying to might come by a little bit earlier than I'm normally doing, because I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow too. But it's been real, guys, hanging out with you guys again. And again, thank Markell for showing up on Veterans Day. We talked about a lot of veterans issues. If you have any people out there that you know that's a veteran that could take advantage of some of these programs or in need of some of these programs and services, recommend the Stand Down program, Caregiver program, and the many other various programs we talked about on the show today. If you're a traveler to a country, a foreign country like Colombia or Philippines, or any foreign country for that matter, keep in mind that if you're an African American, you're a target. And if you're a foreign person in general, whether you're Caucasian or African American, you're a target. And you have to act accordingly to the rules and the regulations of the country in which you're in. Do not try to go into a country to break their rules. Abide by the rules. That's the best thing you can do if you want to get along in that nation. And if you are coming to a country simply for the purposes of sex tourism, you have to be careful, especially when you go into a country like Colombia. Markell, we gave you several instances about how people are taken, put a drug in their drinks, and the next thing you know, they missing, all the money gone, all kind of crazy stuff. You got to be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing. If you're going to Colombia, you should be able to speak the language. So don't go there unless you know Spanish, at least the basics of it. I'm telling you, you might can get by here in the Philippines, but in Spain and Colombia, you don't want to, because there's a difference as far as the crime rate, and people can set you up in front of your face and smile in your face, and they telling somebody, get him when he turn the corner. You know what I mean, right? Bust you in the head when you turn the corner. You don't even know what it is, and you think it would, and then you turn the corner, you out. Okay, be careful in Colombia. In any country you go that speaks a different language, you should need to learn at least some of the basics of that language. Okay. All right, guys. It's been real. I gotta get this banner off this page. Okay, hold on. I gotta go. This is BobbieD saying take care. God bless, and I will see you on the backside of tomorrow. Take care. God bless, and peace.